there is going to be one word problem, which is the you have a certain amount of money invested in two funds that earn a different percentage rate of interest, right? How can you figure out how much money is in each fund? We did those as examples, as a homework problem. There'll be one, it's the extra credit problem. And make sure you know how to do these things in the calculator. You know, don't ask during the test how to do things in the calculator. Now's your chance to make sure you understand those things before the test. Right? Graphing inequalities. Remember, if it's solved for y, you could put it in the calculator and have the calculator graph it. Remember, what was the thing to make it shade one side or the other? Yeah, like if I put in x, right? If I want it to be a greater than, what do I make it look like there? That's the greater than, right? If you hit it one more time, that's the less than, right? What's the one thing you can't tell by looking at the graph in the calculator? Solid or dashed, right? It doesn't show you that. It just shows you the shading in the right spot. But you can add that part. Yeah. Opposite. Opposite. Okay. How to do the matrix operations, right? You need to know how to put a matrix in the calculator, and then how to go on the main screen and then call it up and add, subtract. What's the one thing you can't do? One operation you can't do to a matrix. You can't divide, right? You can't divide by a scalar, and you can't divide by a matrix. You just can't divide. If you had a situation, which you won't, if you do, you've made a mistake, but if you have a situation where you had to like divide by 3, what would you do instead? Multiply by a third, right? So you can't divide, but you can multiply. So just multiply by the reciprocal, and you've got it. But there's no dividing matrices ever. Right? We never divide one matrix by another. And the solving of systems, right? That's something we now know how to do in the calculator, right? So you enter it in the calculator, and then what operation do you do on the main screen? A to the minus 1b, right? That's how you solve the system. And if you write down the matrix you're putting in the calculator, then it gives me something to go off of. If you get the wrong answer and I can see that actually you made a mistake, like you called it positive and it was negative, or you called a z a 2, something like that. You know, it helps. Write it down and then put it in and give your answer. Just say I did in the calculator. So I think, like I said, there's like 15 or 16 questions plus an extra credit. The extra credit is the word problem.